Welcome back, folks, to some more Sherlock Holmes. You won't be able to examine that room properly with the manager inspecting your every move. I can distract him if you wish. Next time we go in there, just give me some kind of sign and I'll take it from there. May we visit Aunt Caraway's dressing room again?
All right, if you must, please follow me.
Can you determine whether the dresses in that closet are Miss Anne's personal property, or do they belong to the opera company?
What's all this, then?
I shall do so now, Holmes. If Mr. Epstein will assist me. The drawer only contains a small ring of keys. Ring of keys. Ring of keys are always important.
Watson, Watson!
It appears that the opera company owns them all, Holmes. No luck, I'm afraid. Oh well, darn shucks, we're out. Talk to Grandma again. We need to speak with Aunt Caraway. Do you know where she lives?
No, I love her voice, but I know nothing of her personal life. Perhaps Mr. Epstein, our manager, can help you.
Is there anything you can tell me about Sarah?
She was a pleasant young woman, though we only shared small talk. Sad to see how little any of us knows about these around us. And now she's gone. She liked nothing better than to see her sister sing. They were very close. In fact, Anna recently gave her a pendant and Sarah cherished its show. She told me that she never took it off.
A large pendant with a heavy chain?
Yes, you've seen it then. The way the bird was etched into the ivory oval was simply beautiful. There was a bit of grand for every day, so she wore it under her blouse. When Sarah got it, she brought it out to show me. She said James, her young man, loathed it. She didn't care for his opinion in this matter.
Is there anything you can think of that might help us in our investigation?
Can't think of anything, but if I do, I will inform the police. I hope you find whoever did this awful thing and bring them to justice. Now please excuse me. Life goes on, and the show is starting.
Fuck your show, Grandma.
Welcome to our presentation from the High. Regrettably, our female lead, the divine Miss Anna Caraway, is ill. Miss Angela Ferrati will be singing in her stead. Please join me in wishing Miss Caraway a speedy recovery. We hope that you will enjoy the show. Oh, how unfortunate for Anna. Miss Ferrati, however, is a fine singer in her own right. I hired her myself.
The perfume is called Il Design. The label lists the address of the perfumier as Belle's Parfumier in Westminster. There's a ribbon around the bottle as if it were a gift. Let's go to Bella's Parfumière. However you say that stupid fucking word. Stupid French.
Good day, gentlemen. My name is Bella. If you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to ask.
I'm looking for a young man who purchased some perfume from you recently.
I may be able to help you. What scent did he purchase?
Eau de Seine.
Ah, very popular scent. Of the quality perfumes, it is most modest price. What does this young man look like?
He wears copious amounts of mascara oil in his hair. Or macassar oil in his hand. In his hair. Never heard of that fucking word, sorry. Who the fuck has?
Is he tall or short?
He's very tall. Taller than myself.
Is he thin or stout?
I am as yet unsure of his build.
Can you tell me the color of his hair?
He has black hair.
I do recall a young man like the one you described. He wore a striped jersey with a number on it. I remember because when I remarked on it, he said he played rugby at the field near here. I'm afraid I don't recall the number.
Would like to purchase some perfume.
Very good, sir. Do you have a scent in mind?
Yes, I know the name.
And what is the name?
La Côte d'Azur.
I don't have any La Côte d'Azur here in the front. Let me go in the back and get some from my stock. I'll be a moment.
I'm looking for a certain young man who purchased perfume in the shop recently.
I remember a man I spoke to my mistress about. It's like my mistress said he was a rugby player. I don't remember his number either, but I can't tell you that he smokes senior service cigarettes. I know it because he dropped an empty packet on the floor right in front of me as I was sweeping. There it is. I really must speak to my assistant about keeping these shelves properly stocked.
Let's head to South Kensington Field here, see if we can find this young man.
Jenkins, what did you about, man? Your tackling technique betrays no knowledge of the sport.
Though it has been years since I stepped into a rugby pitch, Holmes, that group looks a sorry lot to me. What a group of talented, muscular lads, the making of a fine team if I'm any judge.
If you know anything about the rugby, Gov, you'd know that size don't signify. Give me midgets with a heart and a knowledge of the game and we'd hold on. I've got over 30 shakers scattered over this field. With you pestering me, I'll never beat them into shape.
Your current club appears to have excellent athletic skills. I suspect your guidance will shape them up into a shapely good team.
Not with you hanging over my shoulder. I've got 15 blokes that don't know their left foot from their right, or they'll ask from a hole in the ground.
Keep bugging the coach. I need to speak with one of your players.
When they've left off practicing, you can speak with any of them for as long as you like. If you want to watch and stand, well, there's people over there, and stay out of the way. You don't?
I need to speak to the man named James.
His family name, man, not his first name. You don't know it, do you? I've got at least a dozen lads named James. It's the most common name in England. For all I know, your friend there with the derby is named James. All right, what does he look like? Maybe we can figure out who you want.
He's tall with black hair, and he wears a substantial quantity of macassar oil in his hair.
That barely narrows it down. My boys are all good-sized lad, mostly dark, and they all wear gallons of that blasted oil. It's vanity, you know. Can't you tell me something more specific? If you could tell me how he dresses, the color of his eyes, or the brand he smokes, I might be able to help you.
He smokes Senior Service.
Ah, that would be Sanders, I believe. Very good sort, Sanders. Always at practice on time. Sanders, get your ass over here, man. Make it quick.
Watson, I think the indirect approach might be best. Don't mention Sarah's murder.
As you say, Holmes. Yes, sir! These men want to work with you.
I need to ask you some questions about your lady friend, Sarah Caraway.
I don't have a lady friend. It's against the rules. No women during season, right, Coach? That's right, Sanders. And I better not find out you've been stepping out with women and breaking curfew.
What's the matter? Far more important than team rules. A crime has been committed.
Prove I've been keeping company with the lady or take back your accusation. I won't have you casting aspirations without proof. Where did you get that?
From Sarah Caraway's dressing room at the Regency Theatre. And we have witnesses who state that you bought it for her.
Is that true, Sanders? What? No, I know Mrs. Caraway, but with only friends. It's my roommate who's courting her. I bought this perfume for him to give to her because he had to study for an exam. Ask him yourself. You can talk to him later at our room. We live at Eaton Dormitory at Grosvenor Place. You got it, man, Mr. Holmes. Now please leave me alone. Get back to the scrum, Sanders. We'll talk about this later.
Head to the Eaton Dormitory.
Oh, it's you again, turned up like a bad penny. You've done your damage. Clear off now and maybe no one will get hurt.
Hey, you're gonna get hurt, punk ass.
Whatever are you on about? Don't play the outraged innocent with me. I'm not a complete fool. You knew that spreading tales about me and Sarah would get me suspended from the team. If you thought you'd make a killing at the bookmakers by getting me sacked, you're stupid as you are malicious. Everyone knows the team doesn't stand a chance without me. No one will take your bets. Now get out before I lose my temper and whoop your ass.
Mr. Sanders, your lady friend Sarah Caraway is dead.
And you daft as well as malicious, I see. Get out before I throw you out.
I assure you that you've misinterpreted the facts. We are working with the police on a criminal case. Your own trouble, while regrettable, is merely coincidental to this matter.
I may have broken the rules of the team, but I've broken no law. You won't get me with that. Now get out.
This guy's a real prick. I assume that it is our melancholy duty, Mr. Sanders, to be the bearer of bad news about Sarah. Would you oust us before you've heard it?
I've had enough trouble today, and you're the cause of it. I have no use for anything you have to say to me. Now get out.
We are working with Scotland Yard investigating Sarah's death. You must believe that so you can help us find her murderer.
I don't believe you. Why should I? You've only done me harm. Sarah's not dead. She can't be dead. You can't convince me that she is.
It happened early yesterday, Mr. Sanders. I'm sorry.
Perhaps if I had proof an official death certificate or... But no, I saw her 2 days ago. I don't know what your game is, but I want you out of here now!
Back to Baker Street. Jonas, I need the back issue of the Times, yesterday's early edition. It's the one with which named the young woman who was murdered behind the Regency Theatre.
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'm afraid that edition sold out completely, and later editions as well. I've no leftovers lately. Most folks are following the police investigation into this rugby business, and then yesterday, the sporting fancy was in a frenzy for any news from the cricket matches in Melbourne. Sprotforth was bullying, you know. They'll have some issues at the office in Fleet Street, I'll wager.
Thank you, Jonas. I'll take your advice. Time to give little Wiggins an errand. Wiggins, I have an errand for you.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Go to the Fleet Street offices of the London Times. Find a copy of yesterday's paper, the early edition, mind, and bring it back here. Half a crown ought to cover your trouble.
Half a crown will do just fine, sir. But Fleet Street's a long way to go for something I got right here. You see, this jacket of mine is wearing a bit thin, and the Times is just the thing to fill the lining and keep a body warm, sir. Mr. Jones is always kind enough to spare a page or two if he has any left at the end of the day. Will this be the one you're looking for?
Yes, my boy, that's just the one. Let's make it a crown, shall we? That should be enough to fetch you a new jacket. And of course, now we have proof that Sarah Calloway is dead. So now it's back to the dormitory.
Standing in the same place with the same gay green sweater. What are you on about, lad? It can't be true. She's dead. Who's responsible? I'll pull his arms out.
This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes, consulting detective for Scotland Yard, and I am Dr. Watson. We are trying to find her murderer. We require your assistance. You silly green bastard.
What more can you possibly want of me?
Do you know anyone who would quarrel with Sarah?
No, I'm sure that I don't. We knew each other quite well. Out of necessity, we knew little of each other's friends. You could ask her sister Anna, or maybe Antonio Caruso, Anna's fiancé. They might be able to tell you something.
Where can we find them?
I've never been to either of their flats, so I don't know their addresses. But I can tell you that Anna sings at the Chancery Opera House, and I've heard Antonio say a number of times that he spends his free time at St. Bernard's Snooker Academy.
Where did you meet with this couple if you never visited either of their homes?
Well, we'd often picnic together. There was a certain spot near a Priory school that Anna always wanted to go to. I gather she goes there frequently. She loves children and likes to watch them play with themselves. She seems especially interested in one lad, curious little chap, never joins in with the other boys' games. Anna would talk to him from time to time.
Where exactly is this picnic spot?
It's just west of here, where Earl's Court runs into Brompton Road. We'd always picnicked by the wrought iron fence behind the school.
She was killed late in the evening behind the Regency Theatre. Do you recall where you were at the time?
I was here by myself, studying for my chemistry exam, like always.
Was your roommate here to vouch for you?
No, he's almost never here. He's always in the lab, but you can't think I had anything to do with it.
No. More witnesses just make the event easier to sort out.
Well, he knows nothing of it, that's for sure. I kept it a secret even from him.
Wiggins, my boy, I need to use your gyroscope for a short while.
That can be arranged, Mr. Holmes, if the price is right.
You're sharp, Wiggins. I've always said so, but I would merely like to borrow it.
Rent it, you mean? For money?
All right, you'll be compensated. Let's say a shilling.
It's most precious to me, sir. Dr. Watson himself gave it to me last Christmas.
Very well, I know when I'm vested. I'll buy it from you for half a crown.
Sold. I hope you enjoyed as much as I've done, sir.
Now let's find this picnic area. The boy appears to be under 10 years of age and has a small frame. He is dressed expensively, though he has treated his clothes and cap with more than casual neglect.
You there, boy, might I have a word with you?
I'm under instructions not to speak to strangers, sir. But I do have good manners. Good day, gentlemen.
What is your name, lad?
My name's Paul, sir. Nice gyro.
Hello, Paul. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. What is your family name?
My father warned me never to reveal it to strangers. He's very important in the city. Has quite a temper. Might I see the gyro?
Paul, how well did you know Anna Carraway?
Very well indeed. Are you chums of hers? She was my nanny when I was little. Could I look at the gyro?
Do you know where Anna is now?
Maybe. I think I have to go now. Is that an English gyro or is it foreign?
Here, have the damn gyro, kid. Do you like gyroscopes, then?
Very much. I have one in my own home, but father won't allow me to bring it to school. You know how it works?
It's all about inertia and centrifugal force. And what not? It's the motion, you see. That's what makes them beautiful. Quite so, Doctor. Now, Paul, would you like this gyroscope?
To keep? Yes, please.
And you in return might help us find Miss Anna.
Is it a bribe then?
Not at all, boy. We just need to find Miss Carraway, and you're the only person who might be able to help us.
You're certain that you are her friends?
We're working with Scotland Yard on a criminal investigation. We are trying to keep her from harm, but we haven't been able to find her.
In that case, I'll help all I can. I wouldn't want Anna to come to harm. She has a new house in East London somewhere. Someday she's gonna take me there. She sings in the opera, whenever that is. Her sister Sarah's a stage actress, and I think Anna has a boyfriend that looks like a foreigner, who wears nice clothes. That's all. I hope you'll find Anna. I have to go now.
It's alright, I got your hat, you little shit. It's my hat now. Look here, Watson, this hat is worn inside and out. The hatter's label is barely discernible, with a few letters that are still legible. I'll wager that it reads Eddington Equestrian. Very likely, Holmes. Eddington's is a high-toned shop for the fox-hunting and riding crowd, and the other people with more money than sense. It's down by the embankment, not too far from Rotten Row. Eddington's Equestrian Shop.
Gentlemen, you may review the premises at your leisure, but do not touch shit. Direct any questions or concerns to me. I'll kick you in the balls if you touch anything.
This cap, which I believe was purchased in your establishment. Perhaps you could tell me whom you sold it to, so I can return it.
I recognize that cap, but I can't approve of its condition.
I would like to return the cap to the owner. May I have the name of the purchaser, please?
No, you may not. My clients expect me to protect their privacy. They do not expect me to direct confident strictures or boundaries to their homes, trying to collect rewards or favors to which they are not entitled for. All I know, you may have stolen the cap.
This guy's smarter than he looks. You go too far, sir. You're insulting Sherlock Holmes, consultant to Scotland Yard.
It's of no significance to me. I have a reputation to think of.
These framed emblems use many of the standard conventions of European heraldry, but an expert eye can detect that these particular coat of arms are an invention of some manufacturer and not representative of any known heraldic tradition or family. Interesting. Well, what have we here? It would seem that all of these so-called heraldic coat of arms are fraudulent. Now, wouldn't fool the local papers just love to know the true nature of the merchandise in this aristocratic neighborhoods? I suspect these customers won't be back. Now that they're gone, I feel almost uncontrollable urge to test every polo mallet in your shop. Watson, bring down those mallets, will you? Now, sir, do you feel you can let the name of the cap's purchaser pass your lips? Or shall the doctor and I play a few chuckles?
This is extortion, but I will tell you, Lord Bromwell bought the cap for his son Paul. Now please leave.
Thank you, my man. Have a nice day, doctor. Let us not overstay our welcome. We've pissed this guy off bad enough. It's time to visit the public house.
Taxi!
That's about it for this video, folks. We'll see you in the next Sherlock Holmes.